All right, so the next topic that we're looking at is surds. So at surds, we start out by saying that the nth root of x is called a radical. So wherever you see the symbol like that, the symbol is called a radical. Now, in this radical, n is the index and x is called the radicand. Now, an irrational number involving a root is called a surds. Now, of course, an irrational number is a number that cannot be expressed as a fraction of the form a over b, where a and b are both what? Indices, and b is not equal to 0. So a rational number is a number that can be expressed as a fraction in this form, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0. That's the definition for a rational number. Now, what they're saying here is that an irrational number involving a root is called a surd. Now, examples of irrational numbers are like what? The root of what? 2, the root of 3, the root of 5, the root of 7, even the root of, let us say, 6. Ultimately, the root of 6 is called a surd because the root of 6 is irrational. All right, I think once you're finding the root of a number that is not a square number, once you're finding the root of a non-square number, what you have is a surd. Now, for example, the root of, let us say, 4 is not a surd. This is not a surd because 4 is a perfect square and the root of 4 is what? 2. But once you're finding a root of a number that is not a square number, that root is a surd. All right, so these essentially are the two basic rules of surds. And essentially, the root of xy is the same as or is equal to the root of x multiplied by the root of y. And the root of x divided by y is equal to root x divided by root y. Now, this is a common error and you must never ever make it. The root of x plus y is not equal to root x plus root y. It is not. The root of x plus y is not equal to root x plus root y. All right, so let's have a go at examples 3, 4, and 5. I will just do 3, then you can do 4 and 5, after which time I will come back and do 4 and 5. All right, so we're asked to simplify in example 3, the root of 12. Now, the root of 12 is the same as saying the root of what? 4 times 3. Now, this is the same as saying root 4 times root 3. But the square root of 4 is 2. So this is 2 multiplied by the root of 3. And another way to write that is simply to write 2 root 3. So in simplifying the root of 12, we get the root of 12 is equal to 2 root 3. Do examples 4 and 5. All right, so example 4 says simplify the root of 75. Now, root 75 is the same as saying the root of 25 times 3. Now, the root of 25 is 5. So this is the same as saying 5 root 3. Now, the root of 76 over 25 is the same as saying the root of 76 over the root of 25. This is 76 now. Bell is not ringing. All right. This looks like it is saying the root of 4 times 19 over the root of 25, which is 5. So our final answer is going to be the square root of 4 is 2. 2 root 19 over 5. Turning the page, let's have a look at example 6. Example 6 is asking us to simplify the root of 96 over root of 96 over 5, which is the same as saying the root of 96 over the root of 5. Now, 96, this is the same as saying the root of 16 times 6 over the root of 5. The square root of 16 is 4. So this is 4 root 6 over the root of 5. All right. So we have just done examples, I think what, 3, 4, 5, and 6.